Following the channel for a long time, you'll know that putting has not been one of my strengths. In fact, many of you are kind enough to say so. Now, you may find this odd, but I've never been massively worried about my putting. Certainly under tournament circumstances, I hole out really well. But where I've struggled in recent times is long putting, lag putting, getting that 20, 30, 40 footer close enough to hold the second putt. At the start of the year, I did a deep dive into my SHOTSCOPE stats for 2025 and I had to do something about it. And I did. I went for a putting lesson with John Howells. And John Howells is based at Brocket Hall down in the south of England. He's part of the Phil Kenyon umbrella, so he coaches at the Phil Kenyon Golf Academy. I've known John for a long time. We worked in Dubai together. Really, really good coach. And I actually had an online lesson with him last year via SKILLEST, and he sent me the most detailed analysis for putting I could have imagined. There was around about 20 minutes worth of content of him doing an analysis, talking face to camera, sending me drills. It was amazing. So I went to him for an in-person lesson. And I've always known, you know what? I've always known that I've got a decent stroke. My face control is very good, and that was backed up within the lesson. So I've always known that inside of 6 foot, when I really concentrate, I hold putts because I do have good face control. However, when I get to a long way out, I've got really poor lag putting. But I don't anymore. John identified using Sam Putt Lab that my tempo was awful. Actually, on the 12-foot mat that we were putting from, I was leaving putt short. I wasn't actually able to get the putt past the hole. I had had a really kind of slow, short stroke on the backstroke, and then I would try and accelerate through. So what we worked on was just trying to get longer in the stroke and a little bit quicker in the tempo. And actually it's felt so much more comfortable. I'm able to get the putt past the hole really easily, but I'm also able to feel like I'm putting with a bit more confidence. By going a little bit quicker in the stroke and going a little bit longer, I feel like I've got a bit more control of the putter again. That's going in. I feel like I've got a lot more control of the putter in regards to its whereabouts within the stroke. I don't feel like I'm just trying to kind of cozy it up there. I actually feel like, because I'm a bit quicker and a little bit longer in the stroke, I feel like I'm like aggressive in my brain that I'm trying to hole it. Now, I don't think that last year I get those 3 putts this close. They are 3 tap-in putts from a long, long way away. Now, this year I've already played more golf than I did in the whole of 2025, which is outrageous. And my stats are already better. I'm over a shot better this year on the greens alone. If I'm honest, I feel 4, 5 shots better. I don't have a worry from a long distance anymore. When I'm getting in closer here, not that I don't necessarily feel like I'm holing more, but I feel like I'm giving putts more of a chance. I can't believe I've left that short. I'm giving putts more of a chance. Now, it's not just down to lengthening the stroke that's helped me and having the feeling that I'm speeding up. I've been doing these drills too. So I got myself a VISIO putting mat, which I'll be honest with you, in like 20 years of golf, 25 years of golf, I don't think I've actually ever owned one, which is a travesty and kind of makes sense for a lot of things as well. And what I've been doing, I've not just been setting this up on a straight putt, because I feel like, because I've got good face control in general on a straight putt, I feel like I could stand there all day and hit them in. I can't, but I feel like I can. So the weakest putt for me and most right-handed golfers is a left to right slope. So I get myself 1.5 paces away from the hole. I'm an aim pointer, so I get myself on around about a 1 to 2% slope, 2% I should say. So I'm definitely aiming outside the hole. Now, I'm aiming outside the hole, but I've got some gates here as well that I need to get through. When you get the VISIO mats, you get a bag of these cool like T sticks that will go into the holes on the mat, so you can set up your gates and help you with your stroke. So I set the gates on the hardest one, and I've got one on the inside here, because sometimes I've got that tendency just to pull the putter a little bit too much on the inside. And I'll stand here now and I'll just try and make sure that I get my putter outside of this kind of putting framework, make sure my stroke's long enough to go back, and I get it so it doesn't go really past my lead foot. So I've got a slightly shortened follow through, not too much, but slightly shortened. And I want to hit it at a pace that it can hold its line. Now, if I hit this too soft, if I hit this just about dead weight, it takes the brake too much. See that? So it's the right pace, it's finished just in line with the hole, but it's missed. So what this sort of activity is, that does feel like an activity, it's brilliant. What this activity allows me to do is get power through the putt. So when I'm hitting putts like this, I'm hitting them with a lot more authority. I've got that faster stroke on the way back, I've got that longer stroke on the way back. Just pull, just nudge that left gate there. Just hear it. So I'm much more confident over the putt. Bang. Everything's harder, it's faster, it's going in with a bit more authority, where I used to just really just dolly them in too slow. So that is how I've improved my putting, but more importantly, I was able to take that deep dive using my SHOTSCOPE data to really see where I was hemorrhaging shots. Now also, thanks to you guys in the comment section below, reminding me after every single vlog that I'm a terrible putter, what I needed to find out is why. Where am I a terrible putter? And I was poor from lag. From long distance. My lag putts were poor, and as you can see from today's video, they're not anymore, folks. They're not anymore. Use your stats to improve your golf. Don't just try and improve your golf swing to look prettier. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. Brand new video coming twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. If you want an 8-week practice program from me completely free, head over to my website, andycartergolf.com. For more on SHOTSCOPE, head over to the SHOTSCOPE website. Link is down in the description below with a 10% discount for you as well. Thanks for watching, folks. See you again.